Hello, this is Ankit Alex Hansa, year 15 CS48, and I'm making this video for the third experiment of technology. So the aim of this experiment is to design a single page website using HTML and CSS. So it's a very simple web page. As you can see in the mock page, we have a header, we have a navigation part, navigation table which is three options with three links, division, and three buttons or divisions with each for CST block students and classroom. So here is this HTML. Here's the HTML code for that particular page. We have a heading. We have the links inside a list in the unordered list, and we have this banner, or as you can see, this particular part of the text here. So and the images, as you can see, these images are in this box division section, which are for main division, which is given the ID R1, and inside this each image is in a division with the same classes as box, which will be used in CSS. And finally, here's an extra part that I have added. It's like a footer, and it has the credits to whoever made this, and a small link to the original Caronia site. So this is just the HTML part. So if we run this HTML part, then output will be something like this. So it is very different from the output, as you can see, because no styling has been done. So for styling purposes, we use CSS. So here I've used external CSS. For that we have to use this link command, which I had commented since I did not use the CSS, right? So this link tag links the external CSS with the particular HTML. So here style.css is the CSS for this particular HTML page. So that I've linked using link href style and style sheet. So let's move on to the style.css. So as you can see in the mockup page, first we have to align. First of all, we have to first of all we understand the CSS that every element is like a box. It has a main content, it has a padding, a border, and margins. As you can see, the margin, which is the external part of the box, is given 0. So let's look in the CSS. So for every part, margin is given 0. So now let's see the header parts. As you can see, this header part, this particular header, it's got a blue background, and or any color you want, and the text we can't really see it clear, but it has a shadow. So we have added a background color, and we have set the padding and align the text, give the text a color, and given it a shadow by text shadow, as you can see in the markup page. Next is this. So this is the list of links. So as I saw in the HTML that this is a link. So how will we make it a horizontal list? And for that, and remove its decoration, for that we will use list style as none. So all the styling will be removed, that is all the bolds and all the points will be removed. And if we use display inline, those parts of the list will be displayed one after the other horizontally in a line, rather than new element in each line. And if we alter the padding, we will decide the distances from the right side of the page, and also the distance between each of the components. And the padding top and bottom is for creating a space inside the box from the above components. Next we have modified the anchor tags and removed its decoration using the command text decoration as none, and also change the color of the text to black, and provided a padding. So in this page I need to have an interaction in which if you hover over the anchor over these links, the color of the box changes. So for that we'll use the whatever element we want to include this interaction, and hash sorry colon hover. So this if you use this command, so whenever we hover our mouse over it, it will do whatever actions we write in this particular parenthesis. So next we have to like as you can see markup grid, we have to define this banner or this div which has this written text in it. So what we do is we are accessing that particular div, since as I have already seen that we have lot of divs and each div has a unique ID. So here we have one div which has which has a section or the part of the page that has ID sorry class as banner. So we can access that part of the page using a dot banner or the ID or the class name of the dot class name of the page. And in the page, as you can as you can see, we need a background. So we will use the a background image for that particular part, which is a URL which is given by URL and the file name, and it should be in the site root for it to access, and its background, its size, that is how the image should be displayed. There are a few options that but here using cover, which covers the division completely, that is no repetitions will be there. And the color is actually the color of the text if any is there on the division. Next is R1. R1 is R1 is the particular text that is over this section area. So here we have added the text in the HTML, and this R1 we are here actually giving an opacity. So as you can see in the mockup page, there is a little like a glassy effect that is it kind of highlights the text. So that only we are giving, and it's padding, and we are aligning the text to justify it so that it's in the middle. Next we're moving to the images. So what we're doing to the images, as you can see, all the three images have the same class. So whatever we code right here, however we do that, all will be in the same. The same action will be done to the all images. So first of all, what we do is we crop those images to box sizes, that is 200px and width as 30%. And we also set it to cover the division, not to repeat or to crop part of the image. That would be not very aesthetic. And the next what we do is we display those images in inline rather than displaying each image one after the other. We are displaying it inline, that is like one after the other horizontally. And we will use for that, and their position will be relative, that is they will be fixed relatively to the above elements. Next is the title, and the title is whatever text is inside these divisions. So it will be and since its position is absolute, it will be relative to the last relative elements, that is their parent division. So this is the parent box. Dot box is the parent of title, and so its position will be related to these elements. So we have again given them that class effect which we used in that R1 and we have given a color, and classified, and the color is for the text and its font size and width. Finally, body, I have given a background color so that it doesn't just looks white. There is little, and this is a RGB code. Next, this is to provide that whenever you hover over those three divisions in the last of the page, it becomes opaque. So for that, we have used dot hover through. This will decrease the opacity from 1 to 0.7. So it will be a little opaque. And finally, there is this credit part where as you can see, I have given my name and also added a display inline to like display this link after this name horizontally. So this is my implementation. So as you can see, I have uploaded. So this was without CSS, and this is after the styling we already. So as you can see, there is a very large difference, and it looks quite aesthetic. So first of all, we added a shadow, and this links change color when we hover over it, and this links these divisions also change color when we hover over it, and finally there's this link to the Karanya means. So this is the implementation, and I have also hosting it in my post. So thank you.